Hello, once again. This is a frequency network. Okay, so today we are going to share about using frequencies to enhance our friendship, to strengthen our bonds, to heal some of the pain and all that. Yeah. So, housekeeping first, for those of you who need the translation, I have put the link into the chat so you can click on the link. So this is how you normally do it. You will have the laptop, which is for you to see the PPT, and then you can use your phone to scan the QR code in order to get the translation that you need. Okay? Yeah, so therefore you can then see the PPT and then you can read the translation of the phone. Okay, all right. So the Healy World disclaimer, this platform is provided by Healy World. Thank you to Healy for allowing us to share our experience with one another. So this is a platform for sharing our experience, is for education, is for you to learn from one another how we use the Healy in different ways, and then you can adopt some of the methods that we use here into your practice. Okay, yeah. And the two devices, the Healy and the MagHealy devices, okay? So these are not medical devices. They are wellness. They are to enhance, okay? To enhance your daily well-being. So should you have any disease, any conditions, any discomfort that has stretched for a long period of time, please do get a proper diagnosis from a healthcare practitioner. Okay, so my purpose of sharing here is to share my experience in using Healy and MagHealy. I've used the devices for over 3 years now. Okay, so there are many ways for using these devices, and I'm still experimenting. So I'm trying different ways, different combination to see what is the outcome. And my family members, okay, the ones who also benefit because I will also do it for them as well. Okay, so microcurrent and frequencies, they are forms of energy that we use to harmonize and to balance our bioenergetic field as well as the information field. So these two fields, I will elaborate a little bit more next in my next session, okay, 2 weeks from now, so that we can understand what these two fields are for. Okay, so of course, the results will vary from case to case, and the kind of programs that you need will also vary from person to person. Okay, so for those who are new and does not know me, I'm Christi Wong from Singapore. I have practiced bioresonance for almost 8 years now, and I started with the Life System, which is a bigger device than this handheld device here. But I have now switched completely to just using these two devices. Okay, they are very good. They are very professional and good for use with my clients. So I do bioenergy profiling, meaning that I use device, okay, to analyze the bioenergetic field and then understand the report, interpret the report, and then from there, advise my clients how to go about to manage their situations. Okay, so I'm also trained in the Chinese meridian system. I was previously a biology educator, so I also look at things from the biological perspective, physiological perspective as well. Okay, so I've done wellness training and sharing like this for quite many years. Yeah. So having a group of clients and users to support, I've compiled all the information into these 5 books as a guide. Okay, so there's a lot of information here. So for those who are very serious in wanting to learn how to use the Healy, you can purchase these books. They are available even beyond my team. So I basically support everybody. So very thick, from 50 to 100 pages per book. Yeah. So there are also free resources that you can use from my two channels, okay? Use Healy and Healypedia. Okay, so today we are going to talk about how our bioenergetic field affects the relationships, the friendships around us. So the quality of your friendships, okay? Think of your friends, think of your relatives, think of all the people around you, okay? So why are they in your life? Okay, so why have they come into your field, your universe? Okay, so today we are going to talk about how, okay, energetic fields attract and draw all these people into your lives. Okay. Some of them, you may think that they are friends. Some of them, you may think that they are like your enemies. Okay. So why are they in your life? Okay. Yeah. And then we will also look at disharmonized energetic field. Okay, certain things that we do not know. So we do not know why certain people are attracted into our lives. And we do not know sometimes why we behave the way we behave towards certain people. You know, sometimes it's selective, towards this person, you are nice like an angel, but to another person, it shows your nasty side. Why is that so? Okay, and also your friends as well. Why is it that certain people, when they say something, they will cause you to react. Or sometimes you say something that is so nice and then the other person will react. So there are certain things that we do not know that we don't know. Okay, so we are going to use Healy and MagHealy to actually unearth some of these things. Okay, now there are also relationships that has caused us hurt and pain, and how we want to heal and move on from there. So there are Healy and MagHealy programs that we can use to help ourselves so that we do not carry this baggage with us for the rest of our lives. Okay? Yeah. So let's get started. Now, when I talk about the bioenergetic field, so for those who have followed my series earlier, you would have heard about the torus shape here. So this energetic field is actually because of the electrons in the body that generate all these fields. So this shape here is the collective field, shape of the field of the human being. All right, so what happens is the field here carries a certain energy. All right, and when two person, you and your friend, comes together, do you know what happens? So these two energetic field is going to interact, and depending on which field is stronger, it is going to distort, okay, or enhance or weaken the other field accordingly. Okay, so according to the energy. So if both fields are good, strong, positive, so when two positive persons come together, is going to amplify and magnify the positivity. All right, so if one is positive and the other one is negative, is going to nullify the field. All right, now if two are negative, you are also going to amplify the negativity as well. All right, now if one is positive, one is negative, you will find that the positive can be affected by the negativity of the other person, okay, or the negative person can be actually influenced by the positive person. Okay, so all these things has to do with the field that you are projecting outwards. Okay, now in this particular session here, I use the word friendship very broadly. Okay, so friends or friendship here refers to any relationships that you have. Okay, whether it's with an old friend, okay, an old schoolmate that you have, your colleagues, your family members, your spouse, your parents, your children, even your relationship or friendship with your pets, okay, boyfriend, girlfriends, everybody is included here. All right, so that is the scope that I'm talking about when it's relationships. So I would want you to start thinking about people, that pops out in your life as we go through this. Okay, now there are friends that although you meet them for the first time, okay, it seems as if you have known them like forever. Okay, and then there are people whom you have so much in common, that you can talk and share, and then you enjoy the time that you have with them so much that time flies when you're together. Okay, so these I will call them, the like, you have the same vibes. VIBES. Okay, same vibes. Huh? So we always say, oh, we are the same vibes, same vibes. So like attract like. Okay, birds of the same feather will flock together. Okay, so these are resonant friendship. Okay, so you are so alike, it draws you together. Now, there are also people who say that, oh, the two of us are so different. We are miles apart, but yet we are the best of friends. Okay. Now, so what you have are complementary traits. Your traits are complementary and you're helping each other and you fill each other's gaps. Okay. Now, but below it, the energy that the two of you are vibrating is the same. Okay. So although your traits are different, but you will still come together and you like each other. Okay. Now, there are also people in your life that are like fatal attraction. Okay. Yeah. So you wonder why do they come into your life? They could be your children, they find that, oh, during the teenage years, why are you trying to kill me? Okay. So fatal attraction are people where when you come together, is not for a good purpose. All right. So this is when negativity, when you have feels that are very negative, and then you draw to each other. All right. And it creates a lot of issues. These are also resonant friendships. Only when it resonate that it attracts. So if two positive feels, okay, resonate and get attracted, okay, you will have a very good relationship. Very nice. Okay, but two negative person comes together, okay, it can be bad and really bad. For example, you can have abusive relationship. Okay, yeah. So why is it that the abusive relationship can actually come together? All right, you never ask for it. A lot of people say, I never asked for it. But okay, so if the husband is the man, let's say if the one party is abusive, the other party is the victim, okay, they actually resonate. They actually ask for each other to come together. All right. Now, you may think, why so? Certain people, you'll find that their parents abuse them, okay? Abusive, maybe is verbal abuse and all that. Then you would think that shouldn't they stay away from this kind of relationship when they look for partners? Wouldn't they be actually smarter to look out for all the dangerous signals? Okay, but actually your energetic field and your brain and all that is not wired this way. Okay. Now, if the person, especially below the age of 7, they are exposed to this kind of abusive relationship, all kinds of abuse. We're talking about SA, sexual abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, etc. Below the age of 7, they will believe that the relationships are meant to be like that. Okay. So what happened is that the imprint, the programming that they get in the head, okay, or in their subconscious is this is actually safety, comfortable, familiar. So when they actually go out into the society, they will actually, their subconscious mind will actually draw them towards this kind of people because they are familiar to them. So familiarity to the body is actually safety. So you will find that no matter where they go, at the workplace, they will be drawn to this kind of people. In marriages, they will be drawn to this kind of people and they keep falling into the same track again. So all this has to do with how your subconscious, the instinctive part of the brain, interpret all these things, okay? So your subconscious, your energy field keep records of all these things. So you will find that, shouldn't you be smarter really? But no matter how, the energy will draw you towards those people. So it's the same for, let's say, love scammers, yeah? So if your energy vibrate the same way as that, okay, then you will find that you will be drawn together into a love scam. Yeah, so because I have seen even very, very smart person, CEO of certain relationship can get involved in this kind of love scam as well, okay? It's not because they're not intelligent. It's because the energy, when you are strong in that particular energy, it attracts, you're drawn to it until you get out of it, then you realize, how come it happens that way? So we ourselves, our behavior sometimes is not, and most of the time, not sometimes, are not controlled by the conscious mind. It's actually controlled by the subconscious and the unconscious mind. That's why we lose the ability to think, to evaluate. Okay, then we get drawn and then we get sucked into this whole thing. Okay, unknowingly. Okay, so dramatic relationship or drama-full relationships happens everywhere in our day-to-day life. Okay, sometimes we are the ones that react. Sometimes is the people around us are the ones that react. Okay, it makes life more interesting. Otherwise, you know, you won't have a 40 episode dramas and all that. Huh? Okay, so we are used to seeing dramas. But with Healy and MagHealy, what we want is to leave, to walk away from this kind of dramatic relationships. Okay, so what we want to know is our unconscious, subconscious mind has absorbed a lot of all these thing into our head that we think that is normal. No, it's not meant to be that way. Okay, so now let's say 2%. You can be either one of these. So you decide which one you are. Okay, so sometimes you are calm. Okay, you are not the dramatic person. Okay, but sometimes we are the dramatic person. Okay, so sometimes when you talk to another person who is reactive, you'll be wondering, like, I'm just saying something neutral. I'm just giving feedback. I'm just sharing my insight. Okay, I'm just asking for clarification, or you're just giving a suggestion, but the other person can react in an explosive manner. That means out of proportion to what you're talking about. Okay. Now, sometimes they can be overthinking. Just that one simple sentence, 3 words, 4 words. You just say, you're so stupid. Wow, that word, you are so stupid, can repeat in that person's mind for 3 or 4 days. Okay. Or in your own mind. Yeah. So sometimes when people point out something, you find that, why are you accusing me of this? Okay. Why are you criticizing me? Okay. Or you turn that into a guilt trip, shaming, and all that. So something simple. Why is it that a person's mind, your friend or your own, can actually twist and turn something into a big thing? Okay, yeah. So we call this, some of these are triggers, your buttons. Okay, if somebody says something, you are like a tape recorder like that. The moment they push that, okay, the moment you hear the word, you're stupid, wow, you will react. Okay, you'll find that this person does not respect you, and all that. But actually, okay, what triggers that could be something that your mother or your father has said to you when you're 1-year-old, 2-year-old, or 4-year-old, or 5-year-old, or 6 years old. Okay, because when they said you are stupid, it meant something deep and hurtful to you. So ever since then, okay, anyone who used that phrase will immediately trigger that association that you have in your subconscious or your unconscious mind, and unknowingly, you will just react. Okay, and sometimes you can let that emotions go on for 3-4 days. Okay, so that is a trigger. Okay, so what you want to find out here is what are the triggers? Become more and more aware of this kind of triggers. Okay. Yeah. So it could be anything that somebody said to you. Okay. Now the other one is when we are with people, we tend to do a comparison. Okay. So we are always under good and perfect. Okay. When you look at other people, it's like, hey, what's wrong with you? Okay, why are you arguing with me? Why are you saying this? Oh, da, 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 da. So we always point the finger at others. But actually, what the others are, the person that you attract into your life, you would think that, but it's family, or what do you think I attract into my life? Yeah. So your spouse, you attracted them, all your children and all that, you attracted them. Your pet also, you attracted them. So all these people, colleagues also, you attracted them into your life. Okay, so they are acting as a mirror to actually help us to feedback to us so that we know what is wrong with us. So anything that can actually trigger us, anything that we see in another person that we do not like is actually a mirror to something within us as well. Okay, so when we like something, it's because something in us that we like. If we don't like something, there is something in others that we don't like, which is actually in our lives as well. So it's a mutual reflection. But if you are not awakened, if you're unaware, you will not know that the person is actually reflecting you. Okay, so therefore we tend to point the finger at another person and expect the other person to change. Okay, yeah. So what we want to be more aware of to become the awakened person, a conscious person, is this. Okay, to become aware of what is underlying that we are not aware of. Okay, yeah. So when we behave in a calm, peaceful manner, that means we are not easily provoked by others, okay? Or we decide to show love, care, okay? When we decide to be courageous, okay, to evaluate, think, be logical and all that, we are practicing our conscious mind. Okay, so we make a conscious decision, even under circumstance where the other person is very provocative. Okay, you can still keep your cool if you are making use of your conscious mind. Okay, but if you are unconscious, you will become very reactive. Okay, so there are memories in our sub and unconscious world that serve as a memory that lasts forever, that can actually get triggered, and then we become like a robot. We just react. Yeah. So usually if you are reactive, you'll find that after reaction is like, hey, why do I behave that way? Okay, why am I so angry? So you then only you come back to the conscious. It's like, hey, that was a small matter. Okay, it's just the toothpaste. Okay, or it's just a plate in the sink. Why do I react over a dirty plate in the sink? Yeah, so it has to do with some of the memory in your subconscious that the particular thing will actually trigger it. Okay, it could trigger your sense of insecurity. It could trigger your sense of unworthiness. Okay, yeah, let's say a dirty plate in the sink. Yeah, so you will find that why do you treat me like your servant? But nobody actually put the dirty plate there and think that they are treating you like a servant. Okay, so when you think that way, you are actually thinking of your unworthiness or your insecurity. Yeah. So, or certain things related to whatever thing that is causing the trigger. So you have to look at the deeper meaning behind it. Okay. So there could be fear, shame, yeah, guilt, or you wanted somebody to call you. Okay. Let's say your friends. When you reach a certain place, okay, when you go to another country, make sure that the moment you land, you give me a call. Okay. Yeah. But even the person did not give you a call until 6, 7 hours later, then only they give you a call. The moment you pick up the call, you get very angry. Why didn't you call me earlier? Okay. So why do you respond like that? Sometimes it could be fear. Okay. It's fear that something would happen. So that is, is that there could be certain experience in the past that is triggering this kind of fear. Okay, so maybe you think of accidents, you think of crash and all that. So when the person did not respond in time, immediately you will trigger that particular fear. Okay, yeah. So these are part of the programming within you. Okay, that is causing you to respond uh, without knowing why you respond that way, or other people cannot understand why you respond that way. Okay, so there is a certain defense mechanism to protect self. Okay, pride, poverty thinking, etc., that is causing us to respond. Okay, let's say how your friends spend money, and then you will do the correction. Why are you spending money on this? Okay, that is because you have your own experience with poverty, or the way you were brought up. You shouldn't spend money on this. Okay, so that's where conflicts will appear. Okay, it will affect the quality of your friendship, your relationship with your spouse, with your friends, with your daughter, children, etc. Okay, so now where does all these memories come from? Some of these memories came from this life. Okay, especially events that happens before the age of 7. We practically watch everything, absorb everything. We absorb everything. So it's like a video recorder like that. We are like a video recorder. We recorded everything. All the files are actually saved in our subconscious mind. Okay, so then after that, it will play. It will automatically select the files and play. Okay, now unconscious is referring to those that we are not aware of, because some of these experiences in our lives, we can actually remember, oh, it happens at 4 or 5. Okay, unconscious is the one that happened and we are not even aware of it. For example, when you are in your mother's womb. Okay, let's say in your mother's womb, your mother undergo abuse, all kinds of abuse. Okay, then you actually experience your mother's fear, shame, guilt, etc. So you're not even aware that such an event has actually happened. So it went into your unconscious. Subconscious is where you are aware. You remember that, oh, at 5 years old, this thing happened. Okay, so the file went into your subconscious, means that it went into your programming, means that it becomes an automatic response after that. For example, you were bitten by a dog at the age of 3. And since then, every time you see a dog, your body just stiffen. Okay, or you run or you scream. That's your subconscious. That means it becomes an automatic behavior, but you're aware of it. Unconscious is when you're not aware, meaning that they can come from your parents. Okay, these are actually intergenerational hereditary pattern. Okay, it can happen in your grandparents and then it get passed down. Okay, so not just DNA get passed down. This kind of energetic memory, fear, shame, guilt, all this can actually get passed down the the lineage as well. Okay, some believe even up to 7 generations of this. Okay, so things that happened in the past that went into your unconscious, that means you're not aware of it. It can be a culture, it can be your happens in your ancestors. Okay, it can even be karmic, that means your previous lives. Okay, so in your previous lives, let's say now I'm a woman. In my previous life, I could have been a male. Yeah, so those memories get accumulated. All right, so if we do nothing about it, what happens is this iceberg is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, yeah, so it will add on. So whatever that's in the unconscious plus this life, whatever that happens is going to add on, add on, add on, add on. So the iceberg under the water is only going to get bigger if we do nothing about it. Okay, so consciousness is about melting away all these things, releasing and letting go of all those things that are underneath, so that we become more and more awake more and more conscious of everything. Okay? Yeah. So what we see on the surface when the person react to something, okay, whatever reaction is only the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so you need to go further down to understand why they are the way they are. And Healy are the devices that can help us to actually go deep, 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 deep to actually find out what exactly goes on in our lives. Okay, so every one of us has that two mind, the conscious and the unconscious or the subconscious. Okay, so we are switching. So when we take over, when you decide, okay, I'm going to take over, or when you're observant, you are actually using your conscious mind. You're being mindful. Okay? So this will be all the positive that you actually tell yourself, right? Calm, confident, and all that. Now, if your programming is not favorable, you can rewrite the programming. But for most of us, our programming are unsupportive. So it's in the subconscious and unconscious mind. Okay, so we switch from here to there all the time. Okay, but what we want to do is we want to reduce the amount of time that we go into the sub or unconscious. Okay, so every one of us has that shadow self, the good side of us, okay, that you see, and then sometimes we just allow the dark side of us appear. Okay, yeah, so it does not matter. Your dark side is not your enemy. It is your invitation to awaken. All right, so that's why we are here on earth. All right, is to actually transform ourselves and get awakened. Okay, so we don't have to hide it. It will show when it gets triggered. We just want to be aware of it. So every time you get triggered, tell yourself thank you. Okay, tell your dark side or tell your friend who triggered it, thank you. Okay, you're showing me something that I need to transform. Okay, yeah. All right, so you're still lovable no matter what. Okay, so there are two of us. All right, so at the beginning, it could be that your dark side, some of us, our dark side is bigger than the white person, the good person, the conscious person. Okay, so what we want to do is to make the dark side less, smaller and smaller. Okay, and let the consciousness to also become bigger as well, not to stay the same all the time, but our conscious person, our conscious mind must also get bigger. At the same time, we want to transform and alchemize. They use the word alchemize or transmute our negative programming so that this the dark side of us actually gets smaller, smaller, and smaller until it becomes very manageable. Okay, yeah. So that is what we want to do with Healy and MagHealy. Okay, now if you want to know what are all the hidden things in your energetic field, use the aura every day for 30 days. Okay, so that is my suggestion. Then you can see and identify, because these are information that is actually stored in your bioenergetic field. So the chakra, the 7 chakras, okay, will create and generate the auric field. So this has been mentioned in one of the talks earlier. So you can go to the Healy World Learning Hub to actually find that video and watch it. Okay, so the 7 chakras will be our energy center. So it will create the auric field. And in this center here, in the 7 centers are where information gets stored. So when you do the aura analysis, it will actually show you where are the blockages, okay, where are the undesirable information. So for example, if you have chaos or rigor, R-I-G-O-R, it will tell you how long the information has been stored there. If you see rigor, R-I-G-O-R, okay, this one doesn't have, it means that those information was stuck there for a long time. Okay, if you see chaos, that means these are information that has been there for not so long ago. Okay, yeah. So one is very rigid, and the other one, chaos, means it's moving up and down, up and down. So you are good and bad every day. Okay, but when the energy is very low like this, it means that this part here, okay, is super blocked, that there is very little energy that can pass through a particular sector. Okay, yeah, so this is actually telling you, okay, whether you have good information or not so good information here. Okay, so as you do, after you continue with this, then it will come out the reports. Okay, so today I only highlight and pull out those that is related to relationships. Okay, but there are other aspects of your life. All your hidden secrets are actually stored in your chakra. So just go to your chakra and find out. Okay, so I picked up, let's say from the heart chakra, the person can feel joy only through other people. If this is the case, that means this person actually has a dependent relationship. So that means you have the tendency to want to make other people happy. Okay, so you will give in. You'll find that you are the person who will give in. So your feel is like that. You give in, you make other people happy, because only when other people happy, you are happy. So when somebody is angry, upset, you will find yourself going into submission. Okay, you will find yourself zip your mouth, don't say, don't talk, nothing, so that the other person can be happy. Okay, when they're happy, you are happy. So this is no good. Okay, dependent. So you won't be happy by yourself. Okay. Now, the other type of person is this one. People who confuse emotional extortion with love. Okay, these are the fatal attraction that I mentioned just now. Okay, so emotional extortion is emotional blackmail. So the person is actually doing things to blackmail you, and you think that is love. So the person may show abuse. It's like, let's say this is a guy, this is a lady. The lady talked to another guy, and then the spouse becomes jealous. Okay, overly jealous. Why are you talking to another man? Okay, now. So this lady would think that, oh, the jealousy is love. He's so jealous. The more jealous, the more love. Okay, or not? Yeah. So this is the kind of fatal attraction that the person who is being abused or the victim will not leave, because they don't see anything wrong with the behavior of the other person. Okay, so if this is in your programming, then it is quite harmful in the long run. Okay, this is the one that will attract the wrong kind of people, and they will bear with it. Okay, they will live with it because they think that it is an expression of love, very extreme love by the other person. Okay, yeah. Now then you see the percentages here. Now the percentages here will tell you whether it's in your subconscious or in your unconscious. If you see a negative number like this in front, this is unconscious. That means you don't know that you don't know. Okay, yeah. And you do not know when this thing happened. Okay, long time ago. And then you have the positive numbers. Positive numbers are your normal subconscious programming that is running you on automatic, okay? But you may actually be aware of it, okay? That, hey, I have this, which is not so good. But this kind, negative one, is not so good because they don't know what they don't know, okay? Now, emotional extortion or emotional blackmail can come in many forms, okay? So you could be the one blackmailing others, or you could be the recipient of somebody doing this to you. Okay, so think of your friendships. Okay, think of all the friendships that you have ever had, who is doing what to you, or whether you do this to others. Guilt tripping is, okay, manipulating the other person so that the person will give in. If you love me, you will do this for me. Okay, yeah. So the other one is self-harm. This one is the suicide attempts and all that. If you don't do this, I'm going to da da da. Yeah. Okay, withholding affection. Okay. Yeah. So if you're angry and all that, no, don't talk. Don't want to reply to the WhatsApp, the text and all that. Okay, until you apologize. No sex until you know what you have done wrong. Okay, so you withhold. Okay, don't touch me, don't kiss me, etc. Okay, playing the victim. After everything that I've done for you, this is how you treat me. Okay, give ultimatum. If you don't do this by now, if you don't decide by now, I'm going to divorce, I'm going to leave you, etc. Then shaming. Okay, we do this because of the social media. All right, I've seen where the wife, ex-wife, okay, taking pictures of the husband with the third party and then put it on social media to shame him. Okay, so nowadays people can use social media to create a lot of damage. Okay, yeah. So when the relationship is soured, so this is what they do. Okay, I'm going to post all these photographs so that you will lose your job. You will, yeah, you will be seen differently by others so that people can see your true colors. So a lot of all these things will come out, okay, when the friendship goes soured. Okay, you will exploit people, conditional love, okay, transactional, okay, public humiliation is the same as the shaming just now, okay, or gaslighting. Okay, there are people who also will ghost you, disappear completely and do not know where they are. Okay, all right, now what happens when you are transformed? Okay, so if you work on your transformation, if you use the aura to keep doing the vibration and clear your energetic field, okay, now this is what you're going to see when things are harmonized. Okay, so this is when your white man gets bigger. So you start to communicate. So instead of tolerating what you don't like, you are now able to say it, but you don't say it in using negative emotions like shaming and all that. No, you just communicate clearly your need. Okay, so you just say that, okay, this particular behavior that you have, I do not like it, okay, because you are not respecting my boundary, etc. Now, instead of this is how I want you to treat me. Okay, so this is what I prefer. So you're able to communicate. Then when you communicate clearly without the drama, you receive what you want and then you're happy. Okay, so this is after you learn how to handle your relationship. This one here is what? You listen to your own feelings. Okay, your feelings are clearly perceived. That means you listen inside. Hey, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel that way? Why does this person make me feel so uncomfortable? Okay, yeah. So you don't get manipulated. So if you listen to your own gut feeling, your own intuitive feeling, you cannot get manipulated by others. Yeah. So you actually know where they are coming from. You know what kind of energy they are actually vibrating, and you stay far away from manipulators, narcissists, bullies, and all that. Okay, here is freedom. They perceive freedom on the personality level. Okay, and then they feel free to be what they want to be. Okay, so when you are aware, okay, so this person is angry, upset, not because of me. This person is angry and upset because of the person's programming. Okay, it's not what you say, but how the person actually interpret it in behind the brain, okay, that is causing the response. So therefore, when people are reactive, you can actually keep calm because it's not about you. It's about the other person. Okay or not? So you have the freedom to be who you are because you practically don't have to care why they are reacting over what you said if you are neutral. Assuming that you are neutral, you are not using any of the blackmail and all that, that means you are being no drama, calm, confident, state everything, draw your boundary. But if the person choose to react in whatever way, it is about them. Okay, so you feel free to say what you want to say. Okay, state everything nicely, calmly, and then you can actually walk away without getting entangled. So what we do not want is our feel and the other person's feel get entangled. What is entangled? Now you may be very calm, nice, happy and all that. You go for lunch Okay, you sit down with the other person. So the person pour all their stories on you. Then after that, when you go home, you find that, hey, how come you get so angry and irritated? Okay, if that happens, it means that you have actually absorbed their negativity and your field is actually disrupted, become disharmonized. Okay, so if that happens, what you do is please quickly take out your Healy and your MagHealy to clean your field. Okay, you can clean and harmonize your field again very quickly so that you don't stay in that disharmonized state. Okay, so if you have MagHealy atmosphere, you can actually use this, okay, whenever there are conflicts, whenever there are disturbance, okay, but you don't have to wait until there are disturbances, all right? Now, you can use coherence. When you want to talk to somebody, okay, when you want to bring up, let's say, something that you feel there is an issue that both of you need to bring it up, you can turn on coherence so that your body, mind, soul, everything is all aligned. So the other person is also body, mind, soul, all aligned. So when all these things is aligned, what happens is what you say with your words and your heart and your thoughts, okay, and your intention is everything aligned. So people can feel your sincerity, okay, to want to mend that friendship. So people can actually, even if you say the wrong words, people can feel your energy and your love, your intention, everything. So it is easier to mutually cohere, means to resonate with one another. So it's easier to be more agreeable. Okay, that is. Okay, now then you have relationships. Relationships here is good for spouse, intimate, close relationship with family members. Okay, family harmony, you can use it with colleagues, with friends, or with your own family. Okay, yeah, can be done that as well. So children playing, you can use it for children so that they don't fight with one another. Okay, so you can use the atmosphere program to actually do what? To actually clean the space around you. Okay, yeah. So just to show you some of the frequencies that will appear when you use um, the programs. Huh? Okay, so this is family harmony. You will find that they have 99 hertz. So this one, when you put it on the your living space, all right, not your room and all that, it will actually interact with the people in the room. So let's say if the person is hungry and all that, it will come out with certain frequencies that is meant to harmonize the other person. Okay, so let's say if 99 hertz come out is to calm your nervous system. So when you get irritable and all that, so it actually helps to calm down your nervous system. Okay, it helps the person to actually be open to listen. Okay, stabilize the emotions quickly. All right, 8.2, do what? Lower your anxiety, the tension. Okay, and then release hidden resentment, your past emotional wounds. Sometimes we carry baggage. Okay, we are historical. See, this is the 10th, last time like that, forever, your whole life is like that. So you tend to pull all the things in the past and then, throw it out again. Yeah. So when you do 8.2 hertz here, it will actually help you to release things like in the past. Don't bring it up again. Don't talk about it again. Let go. Okay. Then next one is 7.5. Okay, release any of the buried. Buried are those that are suppressed, your grudges, your past conflicts, all this. It helps you to easily without the drama. Okay, being sensitive to others. And then the negative communication cycle, like the blackmailing that I mentioned, manipulative with your words, or if you know exactly, what to say to make that person flip and be totally angry, wow, then you find that, oh, my tension is released when I make that person very angry. So you won't do that kind of vindictive way of communicating. Okay? Yeah. So become more receptive to affirmation. So if you see 10 kilohertz, this is to clear negative energy from the space, make you more aware, make you more willing to listen, okay, more sensitive to listening. 98.9, calm your nervous system. Active listening. Now, group energy means what? If there are 4 or 5 family members around there, it actually synchronizes all your moods, so all of you become in sync, become harmonized. Okay, all of you become very resonant, that you can actually vibrate, become interested with each other the same way. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and 369, that is the solfeggio frequency, that is to open your heart chakra, release your guilt, fear, and all these that are hidden in you. Okay, now you also can have 7.8. This is the Schumann frequency that can reduce your anxiety, help you to calm down, no panic attack and all that, and don't get defensive. Okay, so like let's say if you're having dinner, this one I normally use when I go out with my friends, longtime friends, that we go out and all that. I will just turn this on, leave it inside my handbag, and then just let it run. Okay, so people don't get defensive. If you say something, okay, the other person will not be reactive. So it helps in the cohesion, in the mood. You will find that people are more receptive to talking. Okay or not? Yeah. So they are more engaged in the conversation. You try this and see. Okay. Now 56 hertz, okay, for stress that is stored in your body. So sometimes the person looks, we say unapproachable, looks cold, because why? By default, their jaw here is all clenched, their shoulders is stiff, they're very rigid. They come and then they are like the patriarch, don't want to talk, everything is so stiff and all that because of all the stress. So it actually helps to release, so that it's easier for them to smile. Okay, yeah. Then other non-verbal connection. Non-verbal is your body language. Yeah. If there is conflict, it actually de-escalate conflict and then save space for vulnerable thoughts. Vulnerable thoughts are those where you have to bring out your weaknesses, okay, things that hurt you. So you got to open up. Okay, so it actually make you feel more protected as well. Okay, now relationship. Okay, for relationship, I prefer the relationship be used for spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, or very close family members, mother, parent, child, that kind. Okay, now 1 hertz is also known as the womb rhythm. Okay, this is the resting human heartbeat. That is the frequency of that. So when you hold hands and cuddle, okay, with your baby, with your pet, with your child, okay, it actually synchronizes your heartbeat. Yeah, nice. Correct or not? So it brings you close, it brings you to a new level of intimacy. So it actually mimic post-orgasm, after sex, post-orgasm brain waves. Okay, so when people have sex after the intimacy, okay, you feel very, very connected. So without the sex, okay, you can still feel that connected, that intimate with another person. Okay, past relationship trauma, long distance. That means if your spouse, your children is somewhere far away, you can actually turn this on where you are and communicate using video call with another person. So what you receive from the MagHealy, that the 1 hertz that you have in your field can actually be felt at the other end. Okay, yeah, so any meltdown, that means any serious drama outburst and all that, this is actually good. Okay, it brings down the cortical level, the cortisol level, which is the stress hormone. And the amazing thing is it slows down your breathing such that you have 6 breaths per minute. Okay, this is the ideal perfect breathing rate of a calm person. Okay, so it actually slowly bring you down to this breath rate. Okay, 639, solfeggio, emotional blockage, betrayals, okay, third party in the relationship and all that, if it's bothering you, okay, so all these things will help you to actually slowly dissolve all these blockages until one day it does not hurt you that much. All right. Now for relationship, long term, okay, you have been spouse for like 20 years or friends for so many years, intimacy is gone. Yeah. So it's good to restore this particular intimacy here for soulmate connections. Okay, energetic bridge between two person. Okay, mutual support. Then 1.6, this is called the soul sync frequency, soul synchronized frequency. This is synchronized two souls. All right. So your heart rate, so you are synchronized by your heart rate. Okay. Your chemistry, physical chemistry, or your arousal chemistry. All right. Activate your vagus nerve so that you go into calmness for conflict resolution. Okay. 100 hertz. This is for you to articulate your feelings without the drama. Okay, so because once the frequency actually brings you down, calms you down, and you don't have all the disturbance of the negative thoughts, the sensitivity, and all that, when your cortisol level, everything drops, you will respond differently. Okay, and you don't have to force it out. It becomes very natural. Okay, so you just vibrate this in the background. Okay, so it stabilizes your moods. So you get solution-oriented discussion. Means that when you talk about the issue between two persons, so it could be with your teenage child, rebellious. Okay, so if you want to come to a certain agreement, it's good to actually put relationship while you are talking and negotiating or drawing the boundary. Okay, how should things be? Okay, let's say it's addiction to the computer. So you want to address the part about the number of hours your child is spending on the computer. So you can play relationship, okay, or you can vibrate family harmony in the background to actually bring this topic up and then discuss, and then you will be more solution focused. Okay, yeah, so instead of fighting, you use the frequency to harmonize everybody. Okay, all right. 101, soul alignment for soulmates. So this is very good for spouse. Communicate honestly without fear. Yeah, and this one here, ancestral pattern breaker, generational relationship trauma. So let's say if your grandparents are divorced, parents are divorced, okay, now you have already divorced one time in the next relationship and all that, and you see this kind of pattern appearing, okay, so yeah, this can help you to break this kind of pattern. Digital age disconnection is if you find that, let's say spouse or with child, with your family, when you are coming for dinner and all that, and everybody is playing with their mobile phone and not talking. So this kind of frequency is good. Okay, so that you will stay away from all the digital devices. Yeah, and that will help to establish friendship, closeness. Okay. All right, now you have the Healy. In the Healy, what you can use is coherence here. You can vibrate that, okay, for yourself when you're talking to others. Should there be any conflict, you can use power of 3. So those who use the conflict, the feedback is within 10 minutes, whatever conflict that they have, within 10 minutes, the whole emotions calm down and they are able to talk again, as if nothing has happened. That's the thing. Sometimes the conflict actually subsided, but your negativity is still there. Or not? You still like, is still a bit awkward. But they said that if you use conflict balance, you don't feel that discomfort, awkwardness. Yeah, so everything is restored. So you can use conflict balance, you can use rebalance. Now, defense support, you can use if you're overthinking, if you have a lot of thoughts swimming in your head, overthinking, overanalyzing the situation, and then going into nitty-gritty and not letting go. Defense will protect your mind, and then your sleep as well, okay, so that you will not be sleepless after a fight. Friendly flora, if you find yourself going into depression for whatever that is happening, okay, especially long-term tension with people. So the bacteria will actually help your gut-brain axis to harmonize. Okay, now there are also friendships that terminate prematurely. Okay, loss of friends. This kind of friends could be either your first relationship, teenagers, okay, or the first person that you love, and then after that, you break up, or the person ghosted you, okay, or premature termination by death, okay, and yeah, and you don't have a chance to say your proper goodbyes. There's one pair of mother-daughter. Okay, the mother passed away and the daughter was alone, and for 20 years, no social life. Okay, because her mother was her best friend. Okay, and after the mother passed away, she just cannot let go. She can't have another friend. Okay, so carried that for 20 years. Okay, after work, go home and totally shut off from the rest of the world for 20 over years. Okay, when I saw that case. Okay, so soul cycle is very good for those who suffered for loss of friendship. Okay, any kind of loss. Okay, because your dogs can be your best friend. Okay, so sometimes people after the loss of their dogs, then what happens is there's a big gap, you know, in their life that cannot be filled by anyone or any other dogs. So this soul cycle here helps you to deal with this. Okay, acceptance. One is acceptance, the other one is burden. Burden is non-closure. People ghosted you, totally gone. Okay, you don't know what you've done. Yeah, so they carry the burden, they carry guilt. Acceptance. Acceptance is when people cannot accept the situation. Okay, so this serenity is to feel calm about it and not be easily agitated. Okay, now some people lost their self-confidence. You have self-confidence and confidence. What's the difference? Self-confidence is your ability to cope with the loss. Okay, you have the skills. Okay, you feel that you are confident emotionally to handle the disappointment, to handle the grief and all that. That's self-confidence. Confidence is the outlook. Okay, outlook of your life. Okay, you have confidence that, okay, after you lost this person, you are confident that you will find, let's say, another partner. Okay, let's say after the first breakup, okay, yeah, you can let go. I'm confident I am attractive enough. Okay, there will be another person who will be suitable for me. Okay, that will come into my life. So you are confident, okay, of the situation, okay, of the outlook of your life. So that's the difference between these two. Okay, if you're sad, then you can use the happy program. Okay, aura pure is to do the cleansing of your aura. Power reserve, all this if you are burnout or you're not sleeping because of all these losses, so you can use power reserve and energy balance to help you. Now, if you lost interest in life, okay, this is like the person, you know, totally no social life. I'm not interested in anything. Okay, I work for survival, and then I'm not interested in anything else. You're not interested in people. You're not interested in events. You're not interested in participating in anything that is stimulation. Okay, stimulation is to activate your sense of purpose. Okay, life purpose, your own vision, your own passion. So this is to actually reactivate again all this. If your emotions is unstable, you can use this. Okay, now, so soul cycle is not just for this, but it's very good for this kind of premature termination of friendship. Okay, it is also, you can also use it under normal circumstance. Okay, for example, if somebody makes you very edgy, irritated, okay, you feel that something is wrong with this person, okay, use acceptance, you know or not? Yeah, so if you feel that why is this person like that, forever like that, because sometimes you are not the problem, sometimes the other person is the problem, but the other person is not awakened, you know or not? They are not conscious, so they are not aware of the problem they create for others by behaving in that way, and then it's very hard to actually change them if they don't want to, if they're not aware of it. So on our side, we have to accept, right? Okay, so use acceptance. Okay, you will find that after you use acceptance, it does not bother you, you know, what that person do does not bother you. Yeah, so it's amazing how this kind of frequencies will actually change my own behavior and my own perception of people. All right. So if there are irritable, irritating, annoying people in your life that you have to accept, cannot change them, use acceptance, use serenity. When you use serenity, oh, when you travel, right? I use serenity because when you travel, you're with your friends like 24 hours. So you get into each other's nerves and all that. Serenity, I tell you, when you use serenity, nothing can provoke you. Really, you are so peaceful that you are not easily provoked at all. Beautiful. So these are the two that I love a lot. These two. Okay. Yeah. So, so burden. Let's say if you carry the burden of, let's say there are people who terminated their lives, okay, then you felt that you have not done enough, then you carry that burden for the rest of your life like that. So you can actually put down that burden, okay, using burden. Okay, so things that you cannot close, you're still carrying, use burden. Yeah. Then for traumatic childhood, will be deep cycle, go to the roots. Okay, go to the roots here. Yeah, so it help you to realize. Sometimes that's why I said you don't know what you don't know. Okay, like for myself, I also do not know what I use. Then there was one morning I was brushing my teeth, and then it was like a TV screen in my mind, and then a particular scene in my life that happens in my childhood. I was probably 5 years old when I look at that scene of what is happening. Okay, and it appeared for like less than 10 seconds, and then after that, no more. So, so it actually highlight to me the significance of that particular scene in my life, in what I am struggling with. Okay. Yeah. So it took me a while. It took me a few weeks to actually understand what that message is and what that scene there is trying to tell me. Okay. Yeah. So you never know as you use this kind of programs, it may not be immediate that something happens in your life. It could be after 2 weeks, after 2-3 months and all that. One day that just that things pop up or certain realization will come later on. Okay. And it will help you to untie some of these knots. Okay. So that you can move on, so that you can release, let go, etc. Okay. So just be patient. Okay, now all those programs that frequencies that I said just now is not specific, correct? No? It is for a certain emotions, like let's say fear, stress, and all that. But if you want to know specifically, exactly what is bothering you, what is in your subconscious, what is in your programming, you go to the Blue app. Okay, Blue app, Healy Blue app. You can see all this. So you can just go and scan every single report that you have in your Healy. Look for statements that are 60% or higher. Okay, so here I'm going to show you a few of the statements because I do not have much more time. Okay, for example, homeopathy. Okay, homeopathy, let's say, okay, look for those above 60%. Like this is high. It can go up to like 70%, sometimes 80%. Feeling of serfdom. Serfdom is slavery. Okay, so you may find that you are angry, but you think that you're angry, but actually it was not angry, but it's like, what am I angry about? Sometimes you don't know. Okay, or you feel humiliated. The person say this, that, you know, that plate, the dirty plate in the sink, right? So why are you so irritated, angry, or upset about that dirty plate? Okay, when you do this, when you have that emotions, that negativity, immediately go and do it. That will be reflecting what you're experiencing at that point in time. So if let's say feeling of serfdom appear, then you know that that irritation or anger is actually what? It's actually you feel like a slave. You feel that you are not appreciated. So that was the actual thing that you are angry about. I am not appreciated. You see or not? So instead of scolding the whole world, your whole family get affected by a dirty plate in the sink, why don't you tell them? Okay, that means you tell them that, okay, I worked the whole day. I'm very tired after the thing. Okay, so what I want from all of you is each of you handle your own dirty plates. Okay, after dinner, go and wash your own plates, dry it, put it here and all that. Tell everybody how you want it to be done exactly. Okay, then you tell them, okay, when you leave your dirty plate in the sink, I feel like a slave to all of you. I feel that I feel unappreciated. Okay, so that means you can identify exactly the feeling that you experience, and you tell them so that they know. Otherwise, they'll think that why is this woman so angry over the plate? So it create what? It create dissonance. Nobody understand you. But when you go into the specific, like what make you angry, why you're angry, and what you want, then everybody now know, oh, okay, let's not leave the plate there. Okay, so then they will cooperate, you see. So this is how then you can enhance and improve in the friendships and relationships at home. Okay, yeah, then you can also see that, okay, you have been sacrificing a lot for the family, or you worship suffering. Okay, this is the part why you attract all the negative people around you, why you attract lazy people into your life, is because you worship suffering, you know, as the purpose in your life. You find that, okay, when you uh life is hard, life is bitter, life is tough, that's why you attract all the lazy people into your house or into your workplace or into your team, because this is subconsciously, this is what you are vibrating, and this is what you believe. Scary, right? Yeah. Okay. So instead of blaming all the lazy people in your team, then now you realize that actually you are the one that attract them into your life. Okay. Okay. Traditional role playing. So suffering is spreading and all that. So you can actually see what is going on in you internally. Now, this can also be done remotely for others. Correct not? Yeah. So if somebody is always angry, agitated, or whatever, you want to know deep inside, because sometimes they do not know how to articulate. They can't articulate. They don't want to articulate it. They don't want to face it. Then you can do this to also help you to understand what is underlying, okay, below the surface of tantrum outbursts. So what is deep inside? So you can go deep. Okay, you can also use Bach flowers. Okay, certain things in the childhood. Okay, then here, fears, certain fears of loss. So why is the person so clingy? You know, if you're in a relationship, you'll find that, oh, why the man is so clingy, and why is the woman so clingy? Yeah, so they have possessive fears of loss. Maybe they have lost something before. So therefore now they are behaving in that way. So it helps you to understand people that way. And then sometimes, hey, you see people happy, 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 but underneath there is a lot of worries of their problems underneath. Yeah. So this will unearth okay, some of the things that you're dealing with. Okay, plant power is very, very new. So that's why I choose plant power for those who hasn't seen it before. Okay, so here it talks about fright, moods, aggression. That means if you're in the midst of all these people, okay, it will help you to remain unperturbed. It will help you to remain collected, peaceful, okay, in the presence of all this foreign energy. Okay, then this one is what? This one is rejoice in your valuable relationships. Okay, this one is release old patterns, negative thoughts, pent up emotions, and release from negative influences stemming from other people in your lives. So when you do the analysis based on your feel at that particular moment, it will actually surface what you need. Therefore, all you need to do is vibrate, vibrate, vibrate. Okay, yeah, so don't vibrate alone, you know. Yeah, so your friends also need to vibrate their field as well. All right, your family members, your friends, make sure that they are vibrating together with you. Some of you may find that as you vibrate and cleanse your energy, people will leave you. Okay, certain people will leave you when your energy and theirs is no longer matching, no longer resonating. You'll find that they may leave you. So it could be a team member, okay, resigning. It could be a team member going to another team and all that. So some unpleasant people will leave you, okay, ghost you, suddenly disappear, okay, because your energy is rising. Okay, your consciousness is rising, so they no longer resonate with you. The lazy people, when you vibrate, lazy people, you find that your team change. Hey, how come they're more hardworking now? Okay, so there are people who tells me that the more I use the Healy MagHealy, the people around me becomes nicer. Okay, it's not that they become nicer because your feel has become nicer. Okay, so when your feel are nicer, you affect people and then people will change. So don't expect other people to change. When you change your field, your surrounding will automatically change for the better. It can only happen for the better. Okay? All right. Okay, so friends are important. We want as many of our friends as well to use and enjoy Healy. So on July 24th, it is actually International Friendship Day. So I would give a session on introduction on Healy MagHealy programs. I'll talk about the bioenergetic field. I'll talk about the information field. And then some of you has been saying that I do not know how to share with my friends. Okay, so this is one that you can invite them to come here and then I will share. So once you have the recording, then after that you can use the recording and share the recording to your friends. Okay, because there are people who come to me, I want to share my friends. Christi, do you have any recording? So I was thinking, yeah, I'll do one of this so that after that you can just share the recording around. Okay, that will make things very easy for you. Okay, now there are also people who will always ask all these Zoom videos, where can we find them? So you can go to YouTube. One, the Healy World has two channels. One is Healy World Official that talks about the program, the device, promotion, new device, technology, etc. It will be Healy World Official. All these Zoom recordings will be at YouTube, Healy World Learning Hub. So you go to Healy World Learning Hub, subscribe, and then all the Zoom recordings are there. Not just the ones in APAC. You can see a lot of other sharings from different parts of the world by different people. Okay, so go into that. All right, so hope you will invite your friends on July 24th. Next week, Petra will talk about from burnout to balanced, amplified. Okay, all right. So I saw a few questions. Okay, let me see. Okay, oh, I'm glad you like these sessions. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, Martina asks, do you think within the homeopathy, if it is too high, we have to also look for the pills to take? No need, no need. Okay, so what we have done here is we have given you all the solutions, you know. So the remedy is whatever that they highlighted for you. That's the remedy. So you don't have to go and take the homeopathic pills. You do the vibration, okay? Vibrate. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, when a person does not have Healy, can we do an analyze with bark and then let them take in the drops? Okay, if you have them in the drops, you can analyze bark flowers and then give the remedy in the drops and let them bring it back. That's one way. The other way is you can use the Blue app to vibrate for your clients remotely. Okay, either way is fine. Yeah, either way is fine. Okay, but when it comes to emotions change very quickly all the time. So doing the vibration as and when you need it is actually good. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is it a special day today, Harsha? Happy Guru Purnima. Is that a day, a special day? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Harsha, for your appreciation. Thank you to all who attend. I'm really grateful to all who attend, okay, because I value your time with me. Okay, there is a hand raised here, Yakna. Yakna, do you have a question? You can.
Hey, yes, I do have a question, and happy Guru Purnima to all of the friends here. And happy
Okay.
Guru Purnima to Christi. A wonderful
Thank.
session. I just have a few, a quick question. Can we use Healy and MagHealy at the same point of time? As in, you have mentioned, some of the programs with Healy and some of the programs with MagHealy. So, can it be used simultaneously?
Yes, yes, yes. For example, you can pair atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere program, right? You can run atmosphere 24 hours. Do you know that? Okay, so atmosphere can be running in the house. You don't have to wait until there's an issue and then only you run the program. You can actually do it throughout the day. And then but it will be generic. When you use MagHealy, it will be generic for everybody. When you use the Healy, the bud flowers, homeopathy, that is specific to the field of that person, to whatever programming that they have for that person. Yeah. So it can be used concurrently.
Okay, all right, great. So
Mm.
maybe the Blue app for Healy and at the
Mm.
same point of time, a MagHealy atmosphere programs. Correct?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
great. Thank
Correct.
you. Thank you so much, Christy.
Welcome. Okay, Deb has a question here. I fear for my sister's depression relapse. She says she's always feeling tired. She's been running classic tiredness. Okay, when the person has depression, is emotional. Okay, so Deb, I would recommend that you do the Blue app. Every single one that I showed just now, whatever that you have in the Blue app, Alaskan gem, creative homeopathy, bud flowers, bush flowers, everything, look at the 60% or sometimes if there's no 60% and above, I will look for 57% or higher. Okay, the list that has the most number of 57% or higher statements is the most important list for that person that you must vibrate. Okay or not? So for a person, when they feel tired, it's not a physical tired, it's an emotional drain. It's actually a burnout. Yeah. So what they need is like just now the stimulation in soul cycle. That's one. In job, there is activation. Okay, so when a person is depressed, they are not interested in life, they have no purpose of life, they have no passion, they don't want to pursue anything, they just want to sit down there and laze down. Activation. What they need is activation, the stimulation that I talk about. Okay, yeah, so that will actually give them the other one is coherence, to bring their body, mind, soul back together again. So it will actually help them that way. So depressive people, when they're tired, is not the physical tiredness. So if you use the classic tiredness, it may not help very much to get them out of the depression. Okay, so you have to run all the emotions chart. Just keep running for them. Okay, vibrate. You may even need to vibrate 9 hours, for them, to support them the whole day. Okay. Rashmi, how can we use Healy for dementia? Dementia has to do with the brain, right? With the brain. So nerves, use those that is related to nerves. So if it's Healy, it will be learning. Okay, under learning, you have learning, concentration, you have memory. Okay, so this is actually for the brain. And then you have now the high wave. There is one mind wave. Mind wave is very focused on the brain, different parts of the brain. So that is also very good for dementia. The other one is vitalization, bioenergetic vitalization. This is to renew, regenerate cells. Okay, regenerate cells. So if they are in a state of dementia, either is their nerve or brain cells that are aging, so you can follow the protocol for vitalization. Okay, yeah. So you have regeneration 1, 2, 3, and then the other things. Okay, tissues, cell, youth, some of the programs. So if you want to, it will be good to do the whole entire protocol for 3 weeks. Okay, yeah. Then if you have MagHealy, dementia will be under brain and thalamus. Okay, brain, thalamus, nerves. Okay, so that will be for MagHealy under dementia. Okay, next one is Yvonne. What program is recommended for recovering from surgery? Okay, immediately after surgery, you have to be careful not to use those that is related to circulation. Okay, blood circulation, limb circulation, and energy circulation. Don't use immediately after surgery because it will promote circulation and cause more bleeding. Okay, so wait for a few days. Okay, so usually after surgery, I tend to do emotions because they have fear, they have a lot of worry and all that. So I release their emotions first. You can start with skin. Okay, skin. You can do it under beauty. You can do it under the skin program. Yeah, so you have skin harmony, skin impurities and all that. So you can analyze to see which skin program is on top. So you do that skin first. Skin is for the healing of the wound. Okay, so you do skin. You can do deep cycle renewal. That's also for healing. Okay, vitalization is also for healing as well. Okay, then you can also use MagHealy. Okay, MagHealy also got quite a number of skin programs. There's also water as well, so they can drink the water. If they cannot use the program immediately, so you can actually use MagHealy to do the skin program for their water, and then they can start drinking. That is okay. Yeah. So if they want to clean the wound, you can use the MagHealy activated water to clean wounds and all that. So you can use that. Okay, Michelle's question is, are cell and mind waves program helpful to dementia and elderly person? Okay, cell and mind, they are meant to be very generic. Okay, because we have a lot of questions like, oh, this illness, this condition, do what, and all that. So when you use cell and mind, they have made it very easy and very simple that you don't have to think. Okay, so it's such that it's for the whole body one. So the cells, regardless of what issue, and sometimes you have multiple issues. So when you use cell and mind, you don't have to worry what is their ailment, what is their condition. Okay, because it is covered all the cells in the body. Okay, so it's good for generic, it's good for people who want things simple. So you just do all the cell program and then all the brain program. Okay, why do we do all the brain program? Because it covers, the brain is the coordination organ for coordination with all the other parts of the body. Okay or not? So the mind wave actually has programs that stimulate your sympathetic nerves for all the functions. And then it also has another set of programs to stimulate your parasympathetic nerve or your vagus nerves for you to do the relaxation. So it creates the balance in the whole body. All right. It has a lot of the brain waves, which I'm going to talk about in one of the sessions much later, about the programs, about all the brain waves that are covered. So it actually covered different parts of your brain. Okay, so it goes very in-depth, okay, into the brain, because everybody needs. So high wave is good because the program is for your whole body. Then you don't have to worry about which one go where. Okay, especially good for, let's say you have people who are not so IT savvy or elderly parents. All they need is just use that 6+6 programs and it covers their whole body. Okay. Okay, so same thing for memory loss, forgetting things and all that is under dementia, is under your brain function. Varicose veins. Okay, varicose veins, you have to do circulation. There is under fitness, there's circulation. Under meridian, there is circulation. Okay, skin as well. Okay, because why? When you have varicose veins, the veins are bulging, means that a lot of the blood is actually stuck inside and is not moving. So it pushes against the wall, and then the veins, the wall is very thin, so it get pushed and then it comes out. So skin has programs to stimulate collagen. Okay, the elasticity of the walls of the blood vessels. Okay, so use skin on top of circulation for varicose veins. Okay, Surinder asks, have RA, rheumatoid arthritis, for 20 years, using stimulation, bone joints program, 3-4 months, not getting relief, lots of inflammation, please guide. Okay, all right, rheumatoid arthritis. Sometimes when you look at the diagnosis, the symptom, and then you go and use that program, it does not work because it's not compatible. It's not what you want. Okay, so regardless of issues that a person have, you always do the 5x5 or 5x7, meaning that you do all Healy, and then from the top 5, go and analyze each one, and then you go to the MagHealy, not using the MagHealy, but using the Healy under Resonance MagHealy database. You go and scan Classic, and you go and scan MagHealy. Okay, because for rheumatoid arthritis, the symptoms can be that, but the causal factor can be multiple. It could be the kidney that needs the stimulation. It could be the liver that needs the stimulation, because liver has to do with joints. Kidney has to do with bones. Okay, and then sometimes it may be immune system, because rheumatoid arthritis can also be an autoimmune condition. Okay, and sometimes the inflammation, it may want you to give either through the immune defense, or sometimes you may need earth. You know, under MagHealy, there is an earth program, which is very good for anti-inflammation. So it's always good to use the resonance analysis because they match to your bioenergetic field. So it's not based on intellect. It's based on where is the distortion in the field. So it actually detect where is the greatest distortion and help you to actually restore, okay, the disharmonization. So it will match the programs that you needed most. Okay, yeah. So if you use programs and it does not work, that means it's the wrong match. It's not what you needed. Okay, yeah. So you got to trust the Healy in finding the right match for you. Okay. For autistic children, First, you have to check whether it is related to brain development, okay, the brain nerve development. So some of them is because of the brain nerve development during gestation, okay, during the pregnancy, or as during the first 7 years, during the development and all that. So it's improper development. So therefore, certain parts of the brain are affected. Okay. Now, if everything is normal, meaning that, okay, how do you know if it is the brain development issue? Meaning that when you do the 5x5, you will find frequently appear learning, okay, or brain nerves related programs. That means it is a issue of the organ. It's a physical problem. Okay. Now, sometimes it may come out things like the crown chakra, or it may come out the third eye chakra here, okay, which is actually not the brain, but is the two energy center here that is blocked and therefore affecting that particular area, okay. And autistic children, because of the behavior, it has to do with the deep brain, okay, which is the hippocampus and the other part. Sunday, I cannot remember. Okay, which is amygdala. The amygdala, the hippocampus, which is the primitive brain that controls social behavior, that controls their aggression. Okay, yeah. So that part is disharmonized. Okay, so you may have to look at those areas. So that's why sometimes it may come out as thalamus, it may come out as brain, it may come out as emotions, no programs that are related, because these are the areas that are being targeted during the vibration. Okay. Now, for autistic children, I find that the high wave, the mind wave is very good. Okay, because learning, because I look at the frequencies, okay, the Healy learning programs has a very broad range of frequencies. A mind wave is very specifically brain waves. It's very targeted alpha, beta, gamma, theta, delta brainwaves. So each of the program there has a specific range that is targeted to certain parts of the brain. Okay, so for those with dementia, okay, those who need very high performing brain, okay, autistic children, or those with other challenges that is related to the brain or coordination of the body, because it actually coordinates the mind wave. Okay, really go and explore the mind wave for that. Okay, because it is every program is a very narrow range of brain waves. It is not broad. So therefore, it is very targeted, and it runs for 1 hour, targeting a certain wavelengths. Okay, yeah. So it will be very, very specific. Okay. Pregnant women. So our disclaimer is children, pregnant women, we don't encourage you to use Healy or MagHealy. Okay, yeah. So if you choose to, you have to ensure that the pregnancy is already in a stable state. That means past the first trimester. Okay, don't use directly. If let's say, if it's during the first trimester, don't use directly, meaning that you can use atmosphere program. Okay, atmosphere program. That means it's not so directly, not placed in the body. Okay, you can use water. That means you put this into your cup like this, let it run for 10 minutes, and then you drink the water. Okay, so this is what I would recommend for pregnant women. Okay, That's the safest. Yeah. The other one is Blue app. Okay, use the Blue app so that it's not so direct. Yeah. All right. So yeah, unless you have to lah. So atmosphere and water, that's the safest. Osteoarthritis, which program to use? Okay, if it's strictly looking at the condition itself is the bone, okay? Bone inflammation. So the kidney, all the kidney programs, because kidney is controlling, the produces hormones that actually allow for bone growth. Okay, to manage the inflammation, you can use under digital nutrition, you can use those related to antioxidants. Okay, yeah. Then you can use Earth program, okay, Earth, and then the other one, which is the spheric, which is for pain. So you can use that. Liver, kidney liver, which is liver is for the joints, okay, and it also help you to do a bit of the detoxing as well. So you can do that for osteoarthritis. Okay, you can use that to support. Okay, let's see, fistula. Fistula patients. Okay, this one I need to check. Fistula. Okay. Where is the fistula? Anal fistula? Because there are different kinds of fistula. Okay. So, okay, regardless of which type of fistula it is, connective tissue. Okay, anal, okay, yes, anal fistula. Okay, so connective tissue, skin. Okay, if it's the anal, that means it's the entire digestive tract. You can go for intestines. Okay, under bioenergetic harmony, there is one which is intestines. So you can do that. Connective tissue, skin. Okay, so it's part of the epithelium. So it's skin. So you can try that. Okay. Detox, also use the Pure to do the detox around those areas. Okay, Harsha. If a person who has disconnected with her relationship and is depressed, which program in the Blue app? All the programs. Okay, in the Blue app, I always analyze all the programs because I have no idea which is the best match for the person. So I analyze all. It does not mean that I will vibrate all. So I analyze all. Some are all below 57, so I don't even have to care about it. But I need to look at all the lists in order to know which one is the best match. Because what is high for you may not be high for another person. Okay? Yeah, so don't use your own chart to actually know that, oh, it's always creative homeopathy. It's not always that way. Okay? Yeah. So use the soul cycle. Okay, there is a protocol for the soul cycle. So use all the programs for the soul cycle, or you can analyze the soul cycle and see which program this person needs, and then use the Red app. Okay, use the Red app with the electrodes to run for the person. Okay. Yeah. So these are trauma, power of three, rebalance, power of three, that is a rebalance. So this will actually help them to actually get out of the situation. Okay. So if it's a big thing for this relationship thing, you can do the power of three rebalance protocol. Okay, yeah. Do for the person to rebalance again. The power of 3 rebalance protocol is very good for crisis, and big event. Okay. It actually helped to push the emotions out and clarity of mind. Okay, clarity of mind and the desire to take action. That is very important so that they don't get stuck in that situation. Okay, Stella, shoulder blade and cervical pain, okay, which is at the neck area here. Okay, and the shoulder blade. These are 2 symptoms that is related to the heart. Okay, relationships and emotions. Yeah. So the shoulder blade area, okay, is where your heart chakra is. Okay, and then when you have pain at the junction between your shoulder and your neck, this junction here is related to the heart. Okay, which is relationship pain, emotional pain. Okay, so look into that. So do all those that are related to the heart. It could be your watch DN, meridian heart chakra, and then do all the emotions one in the blue app. Okay, yeah, and then go and clear all that. Okay. Cervical here, this part here is also your throat chakra area. Yeah. Okay. So if it's the pain, you can use local stimulation. Okay, so but local stimulation will only deal with the pain. So it can relieve your pain, but it does not go to the root of the problem, which is going to come back after a few weeks after you have relieved the pain. Okay, so you can either use MagHealy. There is a neck harmony that you can put this here. You can use the stimulation with the electrodes put here, the patch, the round patch put here, and then that can help you to do pain relief. Okay, chakras can help you to do that pain relief also. But if you want to go to the root of the problem, why this happened, it is your emotions. Okay, children with speech delay. I've seen quite a number of children with speech delay, especially those who were born during the COVID period. Yeah, especially at the start of the COVID period, there are quite a number of them that has speech delay. Okay, it's related. The one problem is it could be the tongue. Okay, tongue is related to the heart. Okay or not? So let's say during COVID, if they get an infection, the heart get an infection, so it becomes connected. Okay, yeah. So work on heart, work on the brain programs that we mentioned just now. Okay, yeah. So all those. Okay, nerves, brain, because of the interpretation and emotions as well. We actually work on the emotions within 2 weeks. We have children singing, Okay, at first they refuse to say a lot of things, but they actually understand a lot of things. They just don't want to say it. We run a lot of the emotions for them. Then, by watching TV, it was an advertisement. Then suddenly the child just followed the TV and then started singing. Okay, yeah. So it could be the inhibitions, a lot of inhibitions, a lot of fear, because if they are conceived during the COVID period, so the parents have a lot of concern. Okay, like that, how, hospital, how, and then all that. So all these fears and all these inhibition go to the child. Okay, so that's why they have a lot of difficulty articulating. Okay, 2 more, then I will pass to Dr. C. Okay, kidney stone, you have to work on pure detox. Okay, go cycle pure, strengthen all your kidney energy. So any programs that has kidney, use the kidneys, and then anything that has to do with the detox, clean all under deep cycle, you can also use that as well. Okay, but it also depends on the kidney the size of the kidney stones. Okay, so make sure that you go and scan to ensure that the stones are not too big. Okay, because you have to use other methods to remove the stones if they are too big. Okay, I just want to caution you that if you have a kidney stone and you use the kidney programs or bladder programs, okay, for example, Meridian with the bladder, okay, it may squeeze and it may squeeze the stone and cause sharp pain. Okay, and during the flushing also it can cause sharp pain. So be very careful. Okay, I would still suggest, I mean, if you are waiting for your appointment to see the doctor during this period of time, you want to support yourself, can. Okay, you can use the Healy to actually support. You can use water. Okay, kidney programs MagHealy with the water, so you can use that. But it's still better to go and get it checked for the stones, okay, to know exactly how big they are and whether you can flush them out. Okay, can children use high wave? Okay, now if we don't encourage children to use electrodes, high wave even more so cannot, because it is very deep penetrating and it travels very, very long distance. Okay, so they don't need it. Okay, unless they have certain health issues, then only they will need to use Healy. So children below 12, we don't encourage because they are still developing, they're still growing, and they may not need that kind of support unless they have certain congenital issues that would then warrant certain usage. Okay, for children, it's very safe to use atmosphere program for them and water programs. Okay, so yeah, so that is what I would personally recommend to healthy children. Okay, they can start there. Okay, Dr. C, I'll let you share first. Can't hear you. You need to unmute. No sound. Yes.
Yeah, just for the speech delay in children, as you told, this is related with the tongue. Heart is related with the tongue. So especially the heart 5 point. In the acupuncture, heart 5 is a very specific for the speech delay because it is related with the heart. Heart is related with the tongue. So if you stimulate the heart 5 point, it is specific for the speech delay because we have come across a lot of cases. It is very successful. It is one thing. Then the relationship, especially in the MagHealy, the family relationship and family harmony with these two programs, I have handled a case of divorce successfully. I run only the MagHealy relationship program and MagHealy harmony, family harmony program. These two programs only I ran. Then after 1 month, the both husband and wife, they came for a mutual divorce on mutual ground. So I asked them just to give me at least minimum 1 month time. Then after that you can decide. During the 1 month, I have the intention that they both has to live together. I run the program of the family harmony and family relationship in MagHealy. After 1 month, they themselves have come. They have told that we don't want divorce. Now both are living together. This is the one. This one.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so that's why we must share the Healy and the MagHealy to everybody,
Yeah,
every
yeah,
household.
yeah,
Okay, my belief is every household must have one Healy and one
yeah,
MagHealy. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, to bring peace to the whole world. You know, it's like light, it's like light. Yes. Okay. It's like lighting a candle, you know? Yeah. So if every household we put this, okay, overall we are going to raise the consciousness and then the energy of the whole earth. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, Dr. C. Yeah, that's so good to hear. All right. Yeah.
So,
So because
excuse me, Christy, 1 second. Ellen Charan ran which programs in MagHealy for this thing, Harmony in Family?
That is family relationship and family harmony.
Relationship and family harmony.
yeah,
Yes,
MagHealy Atmosphere Program, Relationship, and Family Harmony.
harmony.
Okay. Yes. So it's yeah, so it will bring more intimacy and closeness to family members. Okay, so a few other question is numbness in the feet is usually circulation. Okay, so is you can do circulation in fitness, you can do circulation in meridian, all right, and because the circulation in meridian also there's also another one which is the lymphatic vessels. Okay, do that as well. Okay, so that is to promote the numbness, the circulation. So what happens is this one will actually require your overall energy. When there's not enough energy, because the chi flows from the top down to the chakra and then all the way to the feet. So when it cannot, it is not does not have enough energy to force or force, then what happened is the energy cannot reach the feet. Okay, so there will be numbness. So do all this, yeah, circulation related, your muscles, skin is actually for your blood vessels, so is to actually increase the elasticity so that your arteries is able to squeeze, okay, squeeze the blood further away. Okay, so because it's the feet, don't use the coil, okay, because if you use the coil you have to put the device closer to the feet to promote the circulation there. If you wear it here and then you expect the feet to get it, the feet does not get it. Okay, so you have to use the electrodes or you use this. Okay, the high wave here has shown that if you wear it on your left arm here like this, instantaneous, immediately the moment you turn on, it can reach all the way to your feet or to the extreme parts of the body. Okay, so it's used so that it has greater penetration. So Mr. Ho Eng Lai, if you're using the Healy for the feet, so if you're using this, put it near the area of numbness. If you're using the coil, put it near the area of the numbness, okay, or wear the electrodes so that it can travel further.
The numbness and black spots especially appear the people who are having diabetes for longer period of time, say few years. In that case, the lower part of the leg, the skin is blackish due to the low circulation. We come across a lot of cases which are diabetic, which they are suffering from few years. The one of the symptom is the lower leg, the blackish spots due to the less blood circulation, because the blood circulation is very less. So that you suppose if you improve the blood circulation and you run the detox program, blood circulation and the lymph circulation, just it will give the better result. The root cause being the diabetes. Diabetes patient, we come across a lot of the thing, blackish spots, especially the lower leg.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you. Okay, Harsha says father is recovering from brain hemorrhage. He has difficulty in talking, gulping. Okay, I think this is like a stroke. Huh? Okay, so wait for the hemorrhage to stop. Okay, while they're still bleeding or recovering after the surgery, we don't immediately use a lot of programs on them. Okay, you can, like I said, do emotions first, because usually after a stroke, there is a lot of emotions, fear, etc. So you can relieve that first. Okay, Then, then after that, the repair, when it comes to the repair, in this kind of case, it would be vitalization. Okay, you want things to regenerate because without oxygen, brain cells die. So you do vitalization, regeneration 1, 2, 3, cells, okay, youth, okay, where it covers everything one, and then connective tissues, nerves. There's nerves also there. So do that. Okay, then a deep cycle, there's also renewal. Okay, if you can also do that. Then for repair of the blood vessels, it will be skin and circulation. But circulation is the last thing that you do. Okay, when you make sure that there's totally no bleeding, even internal bleeding, especially we can't see. So circulation use last. Skin, okay, you can use skin for the healing if there is a surgery, and skin will also heal the blood vessels, okay, to make the blood vessels more elastic. Because sometimes why it bursts under pressure is the wall cannot withstand the pressure, okay, it's weakened, not elastic, so therefore it can burst easily. Okay, MagHealy, can we do distant healing? Only for certain programs. For MagHealy, the distant healing is the meridian one. Okay, you can analyze the meridian and do that for distant healing. Okay, the rest is under Healy. That's why they put the program in a very weird way. So under Healy, Resonance, MagHealy database, you can run the MagHealy programs from your Healy for distance healing. Okay, children praying program is amazing. Wow, okay, so you can share with us what happened after using that. Muscle strain would be fitness. Okay, use the fitness program. Okay, you have deep relaxation, you have regeneration, you have a lot of other things under fitness. But if you keep having muscle strain or muscle issues, muscle pain, it is another sign of your liver talking to you. Okay, so you may want to see whether it helps when you use liver programs, okay, because liver and muscles are connected. So if you keep having a lot of muscle ache, you may want to consider liver as well as the fitness program. Okay, there is pain in the upper back. Okay, upper back, if it's behind where the shoulder blade is, that is actually where the heart is located. Okay, so it may present itself as shoulder pain and all that now, but the underlying could actually be the heart that is giving you the signal. Okay, so that's why you have to do the all Healy 5x5 or 5x7 analysis, and then it will actually tell you, you'll find that, hey, how come heart is 60% when the muscle is nowhere to be seen? So because it will actually tell you where the problem actually started from. Okay, Garima. Okay, the Beyond Basic is a very, very old version. Okay, I don't sell the Beyond Basic anymore. Right now, the Beyond Basic is actually the well-being book. Okay, you can get that. Beyond Basic is the first edition. Yeah, so, okay, Surinder, acute burning in the soles. Okay, these are sensation, these are nerves. Okay, there could be many reasons, but I think it's actually your nerves, oversensitive nerves. So you may want to look at your nerves. Okay, look at nerves vagus, calm nerve. Under deep cycle, there is a calm nerve. Okay, so you may want to reduce the sensitivity of your nerve and see whether it helps. Okay, if it cannot, then always do the 5x5. The 5x5 or 5x7 will tell you exactly what to do. Okay, quadriplasis. Okay, what is quadriplasis? Let me check. Paresis. There is no quadriplasis. There's only quadriparesis. Paresis. Okay. Weakness in all four limbs. Okay, so when the limbs are weak, it could be muscle nerve. Okay, if you're talking about motions, it could be muscle nerves. Okay. You can do that. That means to neurological conditions. Okay, so here it talks about neurological brain injury, spinal cord. So if you have this, then it will be the cell wave, mind wave, covers everything. And then it will be the brain, okay, brain or learning. Then nerves. Under deep cycle, there is nerves. Under pure calm, there's nerves. And then vitalization, okay. But I do not know under what condition the quadriparesis occur. Okay, yeah. So you have to find out what is the previous underlying condition. Okay, so whenever you don't know, the safest is always to do the 5x7 and then see which program listed is 60% or higher. Okay, that will be the program that you run on the Red app for the person. Okay, yeah. Varicose veins, MagHealy, from MagHealy, varicose veins. Let me see. It will be under cell. Cell is general for everything. Skin, all the skin programs. Okay, is there circulation? You can do any circulation. I can't think of any circulation. You can do earth program. Okay, earth is good for inflammation and repair. And then under McMakin soft tissue. Okay, McMakin soft tissue. Okay.
No, for the varicose vein, the lymph program is specific. Blood circulation and lymph
Yeah.
program is specific. The
Yeah.
lymph program is specific because it is accumulation of lymph as well as blood. So we can
Yeah.
run the blood circulation, lymph, and moreover we have to do the detox program.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
the three are very, very effective because we come across a lot of cases we have treated with the detox, blood circulation, and the lymph circulation. Then other thing, what are the come across in the all Healy this one,
Yeah. Okay.
analysis.
Because she
By
wants
now.
MagHealy. Okay, she wants the MagHealy program. So I'm wondering. Okay. Dr. Gauri says that burning souls can also be because of blood sugar. Okay, yeah, so please take note of that. So if it's because of blood sugar, you may use hormone programs, liver programs, spleen, pancreas, all that. Okay, Mr. Chen, bone marrow. Okay, bone marrow is one is kidney. Kidney is very important because kidney produce the hormones that stimulate bone growth. Okay, now the other one is mature women. Okay, yeah. So if the person get mature women, it will be the estrogen. Okay, let's say estrogen is needed for stimulating bone growth. For example, women upon menopause, they tend to get osteoporosis because of the estrogen lacking. So you may find that when a male scan, if they actually get mature women, it's actually bone marrow. Digital nutrition. Okay, go to digital nutrition. Sometimes you may get child. CHILD, then you wonder why an adult get a child. You can get growth, GROWTH. Okay, so that will be the nutrition that's needed for the bone marrow. The other one is vitalization. Under vitalization, you have regeneration 1, 2, 3, and then there is one which is for bone. So you can work on that. Okay. High diastolic, high systolic blood pressure, 60 years old and 90 years old. Use the 5/7 because there could be many reasons for that blood pressure. Okay, because sometimes the heart is weak. So when the heart is weak, it has to work even harder because it's not pumping hard enough. Okay. Yeah. So especially with the age 90, I have to be very careful, okay, because many parts of the body are fragile. So I would go for the 90-year-old, I will go for the 5/7, okay, and see what comes out. Because the body organs, a lot of these are interconnected. Okay, so sometimes is not enough fluid. When there's not enough fluid, the blood becomes very thick. Okay, so when the blood becomes very thick, it has to squeeze harder to make the blood move. Okay, at 60, 90, I do not know about their locomotion, their movement. Okay, because if they don't move a lot, so because when the blood circulate, when we move, right, our muscle contract. So when the muscle contract, the muscle actually becomes bulkier. So when it relax, it's actually like that. So when it contracts, it's like that. So when it contracts, it becomes bulky. So two adjacent muscles that are bulky will squeeze the blood vessel and help to push the blood. So let's say 60, 90, if they're not moving a lot, so they don't have that muscle to actually help. So therefore, the blood vessels may actually have to work harder to actually do the pumping. Yeah, so many reasons, because you also have to look at the effect of any drugs that they take and all that. So it's quite a complicated situation. Okay, so I need something more holistic. Okay. But the safest, okay, Dr. Gauri, is to look at the 5/7, and then it will tell you exactly where to focus on. Okay, menopause. Which nutrition to use for menopause? Hormone. Okay, you can go on the generic one, which is the amino acids, the vitamins, and the mineral. Okay, so this one covers everything. The other one is to do the blue app, digital nutrition. There are 72, right? Go and analyze. When you analyze the one that is high in percentage on top, that's the ones that you need. Okay, so for menopausal women, which nutrition? Very hard to say. It may not have to do with your menopause situation, okay? Because it could be either your diet or you are not digesting or absorbing properly. So the nutrition that you need may not be actually related to menopause, but general as a whole. Okay, so it's better to analyze the digital nutrition to see. But let's say if you're asking how to reduce the effect of menopause, you will have bioenergetic harmony women, mature women. Okay, you can do hormones. Okay, yeah. Then you can use under MagHealy, you have the ovary, and then you have the other one, the woman. Okay, so these are the ones that you can use for menopause. Okay, yeah. Okay, so under digital nutrition, there is hormones, so you can also use hormones under digital nutrition. I think there's also women. There's also women in digital nutrition, so you can use that. So it will actually give you nutrition that is more favorable towards what women is lacking and need. Okay, you can try that. Santosh, last one. Okay.
Hi, hello.
Yes. Hi.
Good evening.
Yes. Good
Hello.
evening. Yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you for such a wonderful session. Today's I have attended. I have a question. Actually, I'm using Healy and MagHealy both from past 10 months.
Mm.
And my husband has a foreign body. I was not aware. So I'm using both with coil and with electrodes or belt. So is there any problem if I use? Till now, I did not get any problem. Can I use?
So you're saying that the body is swollen.
No, no, no. He has foreign body, metal thing in his limb.
Oh, okay. Foreign metals. Okay, as
Yeah.
foreign body. I heard swollen body. Okay, okay. Sorry. Okay, so he has metals in the body, right?
Yeah, in his leg, as he has polio.
Polio. Okay. How old is he?
He's 59.
59. Okay. And where is the metal is in the feet, right? It's not in the
No,
heart.
it is not in the feet. It is like upper thigh. It's
Upper
connected to
thigh.
the, yes. It's
Okay.
connected with the, what you say?
Okay.
This one, thigh joint. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like metals in the heart or near the brain and things like that.
No,
Huh? Okay.
no.
The coil would be safest.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
using two times with coil and one with belt.
Okay. Remote, you can either do remote or use the coil, which is less direct. You can use the electrode, but not too frequent. Okay.
No, only one program a day.
Okay. Yeah. And don't put too high the percentage. So as long as the wave is moving, it's good enough.
30, 55.
Yeah, because the metal is like not in the heart. It's not like stand in the hearts and all that.
No, no.
Okay. So I mean, what we are concerned is when we use electrodes is the vibration, and then they have screws and all that. Huh? So we do not want the vibration after a long period of time loosen. Okay, the screws and all that. So
Okay, that
that
means.
is what we want to avoid. Yeah.
But
So
this past 30 years back, he has implanted it. A long time, 30 years back, it has implanted.
the implants,
Yes, yes, happened.
will it
We
affect the
met with,
implant?
we met with the accident, and the same polio leg has, the bone has broken. So it is a weak leg, so they have implanted a big 8 to 10 inches of rod, like metal rod.
Yeah.
So uh,
So
he's not having any problem taking with coil or with belt. I'm using past 10 months. So can I continue or?
yes, yeah. As long as it's not too frequent, yeah,
Hmm.
it's fine.
Is there any cure for polio?
The polio has been quite a long time, so we don't
There's
promise
some childbirth, his birth.
any cure.
Hmm.
So yeah, so nobody
But
knows. Yeah.
nobody knows. Yeah, there's no treatment. I myself using for myself. I'm very happy with this magical device.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So it will allow him to stay functional. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think
And
that is very good.
coil I can use 100%, right?
Coil, yes. Coil
Yes.
is the coverage. You know, when you use
Yeah.
100%, it's the 50 cm coverage is fine. Yeah.
And then belt electrodes I'm using 35%.
Once the wave starts moving,
Yes.
it's enough already.
Yes.
So don't go too
Yeah.
high. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's all. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So Elsie has one last question. Graves' disease, the thyroid. Okay. So Bioenergetic Harmony has a thyroid program. So you can use the thyroid. It's also the throat chakra. Okay. So also use the throat chakra for here. Yeah. So that will be the easiest for the thyroid. Okay. Metabolism. There are others that's related to metabolism. Okay. Yeah. And the glands, this kind of glands, all that. Okay, the chakras. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you for staying until.
Audible?
Yes, Yapna, you want to ask again?
Yeah. So out of curiosity, I wanted to understand from Dr. C if he has given relationship and family harmony from MagHealy through remote healing or through the physical atmospheric program.
Yeah, Dr. C, the question is for you.
Because I have put the intention. I have put the intention that they have to this one. Just I have put the intention. Just I have asked the couple for a few days to come, and in their presence I have run the program. After that, I have put the intention and run the program. Sure.
And the
Not
coach.
the work.
So it was,
Yeah.
So
it
you're
was
saying,
remotely, is it?
so you're saying you
Yeah.
run remotely for the couple.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I have asked the couple to come for a few days. In that, I have ran the program, Healy and MagHealy, this one. Then the few days they didn't come, but I put the intention, put this one, then I ran this one. With the Healy, I ran the programs.
How long is it when they are with you?
Yeah, just approximately in the total period is 1 month I have taken. So I mainly the maximum the about 15 to 20 days might have come, but another 10 days I have put the intention and that I ran the programs.
Vibration.
So in,
Yeah, vibration.
Under coach.
Yeah, coach. Before running the program, just I put the intention that the both has to live together. Then I ran the programs.
okay, but then on the MagHealy or on the Blue app?
Blue app.
No, MagHealy, the relationship.
and-
No, relationship program is in the MagHealy. Family harmony and family relationship is in MagHealy MagHealy.
Right.
That is physical.
Right. So physically you have run the program, but then they were not there. You have just run the program, calling their energy bodies.
Yeah. Just I
Is
have
it
put the
so?
intention. I ran the result.
Okay. All right.
Not those program. He has written the intention and coach.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
summarize.
Okay.
So what Dr. C is saying is that the couple, when they come to see him in his office, he will run MagHealy, Atmosphere, Family Harmony, Relationship while they are there. Okay. So when they are not there, if they don't come or when they are at home, he will do the coach and then he will put his intention and then he will vibrate remotely for them. 1 month.
Yes.
With that.
Right.
Okay.
So
right.
Thank
one,
you. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Dr. C.
Thank you for
Thank you
all
so
your
much,
questions.
Christi.
so one thing I wanted to know, please, that in microcurrents, when we do the pink app, the percentage can go up to what level? Or should we keep it at 15 only and not increase it?
No.
The wave must be moving. If the wave is not moving, that means the circuit is not complete. So you will increase until the wave is moving. Okay, so that's one indicator. Okay, so you can actually stop increasing once the wave is moving. That's one. Some people like to feel. So the other way is you will feel in one of your hands a bit of tingling sensation. Okay, like the
Right.
current start to move a little bit. So some of them will increase until they can feel the tingling. And then after that, you can bring it down 5%. Okay, so that is very, very mild sensation. That's all. Okay, so you can either use the wave as an indicator, or you can use the sensation in your fingers as an indicator. Yeah, but certain people don't feel anything. You know, they increase until 100, they still don't feel anything. So it should be no higher than 65% for high current.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
also,
vibration when it is 35%.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
35.
also when we do the MagHealy analysis, the 5 programs which come on the top, like 5 programs they show. So we have to analyze all the 5, and the top which are more than 57%, we should run those.
Yes, yes.
Na? And how many times we should run it, like keep running till we find relief?
Yeah, every day will be different. So every day, if you want to know which program to run, you can do the analysis and then see what comes out. If not, you can just base on your body and decide on that day what you want to use. Yeah.
Okay.
Top 2 we
Okay.
can get physically
Thank-
also.
Okay. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Okay, you're most welcome. Okay, all right. Bye-bye.